second year of college at UL. I had a part-time job. Most people that knew me knew, that I wasn't maternal. I never envisioned the family, the kids, never envisioned any of that. And on the 1st of April 2013, I found out that I was going to be a mother, and I felt like my life was over, because that's very much the picture that, that is put out there. If you're young and, you have career aspirations, or you're in college, that you must do something about this unwanted baby. And so I decided I would travel and kept this all to myself. This wasn't something I discussed with people. Decided I would travel, and I looked up the abortion crowd BPAS in England and decided that I would go there. Shortly after that, I discovered that my passport had expired, so I ordered abortion pills in a panic online, but they never came. In between all this, I had been speaking with some friends and my parents, and they took it well, and I thought, well, that's fine for you to take it well. Nobody's going to put a baby into your arms in 9 months and expect you to give up everything. So, yeah, those were my plans.
Those were your plans?
Those were my plans.
You had a scan at 12 weeks?
Yeah, as well as that, my turning point was when I spoke to a colleague, when I was on work placement at UL, and I broke down in tears and told her of, my plans to travel, of the pills, and everything just seemed to be going wrong. And she took me for lunch, and what she told me that day, I'll never forget. She told me that although she has a family of her own, all her children are adopted, and that she would have given her right arm to be in the situation I found myself in, and that I could do this. And at that moment in time, those words of encouragement were all I needed to hear. And we know from hearing of women who suffer with abortion regret that if one person had just been there to tell them, you can do it, you'll be okay, that could have changed their minds, and their children could be alive today. But sadly, that isn't the case.
So the conversation with a colleague was one thing. I mentioned the scan again. Can I mention it again, just on the basis that I suspect, from my understanding, that was a big moment for you also?
That was a big moment as well, because when we went in to get the scan, I saw a perfectly formed baby, just under 12 weeks, and she had fingers, she had toes, she was kicking, thriving, thirsty for life. And I looked at that and I thought, this is not my body, this is not my choice. There was a heart beating, this was a child, and I was just her home while she grew. So that was what happened. That was my big turning point. And that wasn't even 12 weeks. So we're talking about a 3-month abortion legislation for perfectly healthy babies for any reason. We cannot deny the humanity of the unborn child when we see them there on the screen. When abortion was legalised in the States and in England, they did not have the same ultrasound technology that we have today. So how can we deny what we see in front of us? How can we deny the humanity of the unborn child? And
let me ask you then about your advocating a no vote. What would a no vote mean to you?
A no vote would really show that the people of Ireland are telling the government that we can do so much better for our sisters, for our mothers, for our daughters than the barbaric answer of abortion, that we can show real compassion and real care, because compassion and care and abortion cannot work together, because one contradicts the other. And I am pleading with the people of Ireland to think of girls like me, to think of someone in an unplanned pregnancy, that so many of those will end in abortion, from women going in rash decisions to abortion clinics, because we know that's happening all over the world. So tonight I plead with the people of Ireland to vote no on the 25th of May, because after the 25th of May, Ryan, we will never get a say on this issue ever again.
Okay, this wasn't for a debate, it was more to hear your story. Thank you, Mary.